to our Christian athlete, Ashton Jeanty.
Over people.
It goes, just goes straight into it. He has two quotes that I really, really liked as he kind of has become more outspoken, obviously, with the media attention he's now getting.
Is so good.
Yeah, just getting insane. So the first one is he goes, I like to say that I'm a Christian cleverly disguised as an All-American running back.
That is cool.
Nice little humble quote there, buddy boy. I know you're really good. I'm not dissing you at all. It's just funny. I like it.
Yeah, you go try to tackle him.
Yeah, no thanks. I'd rather try to tackle Marshawn Lynch right now.
Yeah.
I've learned.
Still scary.
It's still terrifying.
Yeah.
Even Kenneth Walker, any of them.
Yeah.
Even Sean Alexander right now would be terrifying to try to tackle. An All-American running back. I've learned that God has blessed me with these amazing talents. You don't have to be perfect to come to God, but all you have to do is trust him and have faith in him, and he will change your life. I just think it's really cool because I don't know his background. He's from Jacksonville, Florida, I believe. Mm-hmm. Jacksonville is not the most it's Florida, so it's beautiful, but it's not the most luxurious, beautiful place in Florida. It's not there's not a ton of money there. It's not a beautiful place. I don't know if he comes from a bad neighborhood, a good neighbor. I don't know anything about it. But I think it's very cool how he says it that way. In one way, I'm disguised as an All-American running back. God has given me this gift. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter if you're perfect, if you're not perfect, if you're a football player, if you're a baseball player, if you're a basketball player, if you're a former porn star. You can come to him, and if you trust him, he'll change your life no matter what. The other quote he has really fast, now there are a variety of gifts, but the same spirit. Right there is just really interesting. Everyone has a different gift. Everyone is good at something. Everyone can speak different languages. Everyone can, get a PhD. Some people don't even graduate high school. Same God. Same God. And there are varieties of service, but the same God. So same type of thing. Who just hit a home run?
Cleveland, yeah.
Nice.
Roki.
Just a one run, though. But the same Lord. And there's a variety of activities, but the same God who empowers them all in everyone. I just find that so interesting because I always feel like, a lot of people think I did this. I worked so hard to get to a Heisman caliber level. And he probably has he has to have worked extremely hard. But he still just looks at it and goes, I was blessed with these.
I was like, nobody, you can work as hard as you want, but nobody gets there without natural talent.
Exactly.
I mean, 100%. There's certain things you can overcome, but
100%.
What he's doing is not just natural talent.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not just working hard. There's something that innately he is just a good running back.
You have to be just a good, exactly. So I found it very interesting. I obviously, again, I had no idea who he was last year.
Yeah.
I just learned who he was mainly because he ran over my favorite football team. But
I do have one thing to say, though. It's kind of fun is in all sports, most of the time you do have to be perfect. There's no other way around it because if you're not, no one's going to talk about you. That's just fair. The way it is. But what's interesting and exactly what his quote said is being a Christian, you don't have to be.
Yeah. And
so I think it's cool to compare that with, yes, he is to that point where he, not perfect, but pretty much. I mean, you're a Heisman caliber anyway. You're pretty close to perfect.
Yeah, you have to be doing something right.
You don't have to be to come to God. You can be whoever you are.
And I think it's interesting too because there was a player, and I'm not trying to steal another Christian athlete spot.
Oh, you're fine.
He was from the Hawks. God, he just played on Duke too. He was like a rookie.
Spacing.
Yeah. And I can AJ Griffin. That's what I was going to say. He was on the Duke team with Cam Reddish and RJ.
Yes.
I'm not care anymore. There, thank you.
I literally do know the NBA sometimes.
He literally that was the best thing you could say. He literally he's like 2 years into the league. Yeah. He's fine. He's not going to probably be an all-star or anything. He literally just left basketball and he's like, I'm just going to go study the Bible. And he's like, God's giving me all these gifts to go be super good at basketball, but it's not fulfilling. Basically is what he said, which is incredible because again, like you said, you have to have some natural talents to do this, but you can only do it so long. And then, Ashton could go and be a superstar in the NFL after this. You never know what could happen.
Or it could flame out. Happens all the time.
100%. But I guarantee you he will never feel fulfilled unless he goes to church and studies the Bible and learn, there's so many things to that type of variation that you can have all of these skills, attributes, whatever, you will never be fulfilled. And I think it's just very interesting. Thanks for listening to the Kind of Athletic podcast. Please like and subscribe to all our social media platforms and make sure to come back to hear more from the Kind of Athletic podcast.